What to do? Dr. Dandruff is in our building, y'all. And we right here. You know we got to get to that motherfucking intro. So this is what it is. This is what it ain't, motherfuckers.
Coming from a land where no one gives one fuck. It's the Dr. Dandruff Show with Dr. Dandruff.
So ain't nobody praying for me, I'm on your head.
Cause you didn't need no gun to kill nobody. You could have beat your ass up and down the street. You run the clowns that you get out.
You cannot go to jail.
This is a podcast about news, relationships, child support, and everything your long nipple baby mama can't fathom. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Dandruff.
Run from them, run.
Hey, we up in this motherfucker, you know, with another dope-ass interview. I got my boy in the building, man. This is somebody I met, you know, I could say a while ago because it might have been almost a year. And, you know, hey, real good brother. I'm going to let him introduce himself, man. My boy, what it do? Who are you, the unmasked man? What's your name, my boy?
It's your boy TC, PDH Music Entertainment. We in the building. Dr. Dandruff, my guy.
Hey, I love it, brother. So what's good with you, man? How you been?
Been good, bro. Been good. You know, working. You know what it is. You know, we got to stay busy.
So for those that don't know who the conclusion is, who is the conclusion?
So the conclusion is this weirdo that raps with a mask on. You know what I mean?
Oh, sort of like Mankind? But without rapping?
I guess kind of like Mankind. The Nick Foley of rap. You know what I mean?
Nick Foley of rap. I like that.
That's You know what I'm saying? But also I direct, you know, I'm a big director, direct music videos and podcasts and different, you know, documentaries and shit like that.
Hey, shout out my boy. Real talk. Documentaries. I mean, because how I met him, I mean, I went to his setup, and his setup was dope, man. I mean, this guy's got all kinds of shit, man. Like, I mean, there's rooms, there's all kins of shit in there. Like, so I know you did something, and I knew that it was gonna make.
Yeah, you know, dude.
And he had me on his podcast, not to cut you off.
Yeah. You know, we're trying to get into the directing with fat girls. You know what I mean? There's a big market for fat girls.
I fucking love fat girls. Real talk.
Yeah,
you know?
they deserve more podcast interviews and stuff.
I really think they do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout outs to feeding them McDonald's.
Shout out to feeding McDonald's.
Bring your fat ass here.
You know what I'm talking about? I love that shit, but
BBWs.
BBWs. What do you think about like women that?
Correct.
But what do you think about women that in general? Like, I mean, because how long you been with your girlfriend?
Whew, coming up on 7 years. We in there.
7 years.
Yeah, we in the deep waters. We swimming with sharks.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Facts.
What kind of sharks? Great whites or?
Oh, she definitely a great white. You know what I mean? Venice, California with it. Makos.
Oh man, that's crazy. But hey, my boy. I mean, what things you got working on now? I mean, because I be hearing this bullshit. You know what I'm saying, with the Flakko and all this. You know. Yeah. So we gonna dive right into it. You know what I'm saying? As far as the no jumper shit. You know, like. So it might get a little sticky. So you guys going in fast.
Yeah. Shout outs to my boy Lush One. Shout outs to Poetic Flakko. You know what I mean? I do a lot of clubhouse stuff, you know what I mean, with ODM Slim. Shout out to my boy ODM Slim. Shout out Rockstar, you know what I'm saying, Lupe, you know what I mean. So we do a lot of clubhouse interviews. So we've interviewed on Clubhouse Kelpie, you know.
Not little
Poetic
Kelpie.
Flakko. Yeah, you know, we had to interview him right after he got beat up real quick.
Oh, so you guys went and got little Kelpie?
Yeah, ODM Slim
Mr.
tapped
Orange
me
County?
in because, you know, I fuck with Almighty Suspect. That's my boy. His pops is my boy.
Shout out to Suspect on some real shit.
Yeah, facts. So, you know, we did the interview with Lil Kelpie. They brought me up to be the opposing side, I guess, to defend Almighty Suspect's side of it. And, you know, just to make the the Clubhouse interview a little less biased because most of the people that were in there were for Kelpie on his side because
even though they know the street fucking like.
But they
you call somebody a bitch, you gonna get your ass.
They rock with him. Oh no, they expected him. They told him. They were like, bro, why didn't you stand up? You can't call no one a bitch and then not stand up.
So so everything was true about the ODM Slim, like like going as not his bodyguard.
He wasn't his manager. No, that
no,
was
not
all,
manager, like kind of like a bodyguard. Just,
that
just
was
be like,
all
okay,
lie too.
Okay.
So ODM Slim is a good dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he just really was trying to look out for Kelpie, give him tips, pointers, like don't do this.
Don't call nobody a bitch.
Yeah, and if you are, don't just sit there. You know what I'm saying?
At least some. Yeah.
So ODM Slim's just trying to help the kid out. You know what I mean? He sees a young kid that just needs a little bit of guidance.
Right.
So he was just giving him pointers as an OG that's been in the game a little bit. You know what I mean? He's a solid dude. You know what I mean? He's a real one. So
Right.
ODM Slim was just trying to help the kid. But yeah, we do a lot of interviews on Clubhouse. So we interviewed Lil Kelpie. We interviewed Poetic Flakko right after everything went down.
Was he stuttering?
Of course.
Let me tell you something.
Right? Like,
Right.
Yeah, so, we interviewed Poetic Flakko, got his side, and then, again, I'm Boys with Lush 1. That's my guy over a decade.
Shout out Lush, man. Real talk. Hey,
I had to be the unbiased side of that, bringing the opposite side to the interview to, kind of press him on the other side with it. You know what I'm saying? But they're both good dudes. They didn't shy away from none of my questions. They didn't, act no type of weird way.
But everybody wants to know, did he really turn down the fade with Flakko?
All right, so let's clear all that up. So the reason people think that is because the first clip that came out was Lush just sitting there in the interview when it happened.
Right. He kind of looked like, what the fuck is this fool talking about?
Because it's Poetic Flakko, so no one expected him to turn up like that. And then so he was just taken off guard. He's at work. He just got a promotion, so he ain't really trying to get up and step outside and get down like that. But
God damn, is that my shit going on?
That's your phone, player. You popular. You know what I mean?
I don't know where this motherfucker's at. Oh, it's all the way back there.
He did end up going outside with him, even though people don't know that he went outside with him. But he did end up going outside with him, and the security was out there. So the security actually made them squash it, talk it out. They hugged and everything. So everyone was thinking he didn't go outside, but he did. He took off all his jewelry, went outside to catch that fade. But the security called the fade off. It's at work, bro. They ain't gonna.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much they're talking about he went out there and he was like, I'm gonna put my white flag up and do this and do that. Hey, bro, let's just hug it out type shit.
That was the security that made them do that. Lush One's from West LA. You know what I mean? He might not be a tough guy, but he ain't a bitch either.
Exactly. I mean, shout out Lush on some real shit. I was like, man, Lush is probably like, man, I ain't gonna slap this Teddy Graham looking motherfucker in the face. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's crazy.
But Lush don't really want to fight either with him. You know what I mean? I mean, Lush is 41, bro. And
let's break it down. For those that are 41, ain't no fighting. There ain't none of that shit. Fight your doctor for putting his finger in your ass, motherfucker, before anything. That prostate exam. That's just crazy.
So, they're both they're co-workers, bro. So they can't really. How you gonna squab and then go back and sit down and work regular? You know what I mean? So it's not even like that. Like that's the internet pumping it up more than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah, no doubt.
But I also went live with Lush every time that he went live. I screen recorded it and put it on the YouTube. So
yeah, I've been checking it out.
I was in the middle of all the little mix of the drama, pumping it up, but it's the internet, it's the clickbait, and it's the you know what I mean.
It's the content creators.
It's our world.
We're all creators.
Yeah, it's our world. So we got to get the content out of the drama.
Not only that, Adam loves the shit. I mean, Adam loves the shit.
He loves the
he loves the. You know what I'm saying? I think he just likes to instigate shit. You know?
He threw the alley-oop up for it to be like that. He could have went on there and called out all this stuff on Poetic Flakko. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it wouldn't have went how it went. But
I mean, not to speak on him again. Yeah, but I know. Hey, go on and do the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Jump in the
as far as it saying that he's got cases on him and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like sex cases and shit.
Who?
Well, didn't Lush say that he had?
No, so that was another.
I mean, because he was just on a podcast yesterday or 2 days ago, right? With China Mac, right?
Okay.
And he was on China Mac's podcast.
Yeah.
And he had said that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, well, this is what happened. They said that.
No,
I have a fucking open sex case.
There was an open case. I don't know if it was sex case.
It was sex related.
Oh, was it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So he didn't say that though, originally. What he did post about was someone else's sex case. And he just took it. It kind of cross promoted. You know what I mean? Like
someone real from Dakota.
Something.
Do I sound like Adam
or Philly?
Or Philly.
But yeah, he was talking about someone else's case, but that wasn't even in the same conversation as the Flakko. Flakko just put one in one and crossed it over and made it about him, but I think he even got sent that from a fan. You know, that's
what
the
I heard
internet.
too. Yeah,
it's the internet. You know, it's the people, the fans. You know what I mean? And shout outs to the fans. You know what I mean? They're just doing what they do.
They just love to hear, good story and shit. And it's good to know people like you, and and have
Clear it up, a mediator.
Like a little background story. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if I heard it, since I heard it from you, I'm not gonna just go on and put it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I bring you here and I let you air it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, those are your boys. Those are your boys. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool, man. I appreciate you on some real shit.
Good looks. Yep.
But besides all that bullshit, like, so what are you setting up? I mean, I'm hearing through the grapevine you got some things set up. Yeah. Boxing and this and that.
Oh man. Yeah. So there. I mean, I don't want to speak on the boxing so much yet because it's not in print or it's not pushed forward
legit.
yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but the ideas are up. There's some celebrity boxing match stuff coming in the works. You know what I mean? I got some phone calls, some boxing matches set up. So definitely people stay tuned for that. We will be announcing what it is and who it is and all this. It's gonna be sticky though.
Hey, y'all stay tuned on some real shit. Celebrity boxing's gonna get cracking. Yeah. My boys, the promoters.
But so that's sometimes the podcast bleeds over to the boxing.
Okay, so hey, now that we got that shit out the way, who is Conclusion? Where were you born and raised, my boy?
Venice, California. You know what I mean? Beach boy.
Venice. You know that's how you know Jay Storm. Okay, yeah. Now it's all making sense.
We grew up together, so yeah, facts. Shout out to my boy Jay Storm. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah! Shout out my boy Jay Storm. This one's for you, my boy. I know your ass is up there in Apple Valley, but it is what it is, my boy. We're gonna do one.
Yeah, you're over there in the valley. Come back to the west, my guy.
I mean, so how did everything start? I mean, how old are you? Like,
why
as far as that,
do that to me?
because I mean, I'm not flirting with you. You haven't even bought me a drink yet. You know what I'm saying? No, but at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, I want to know what kind of era you're in. Like, whether you grew up in.
I'm an '80s baby.
You an '80s baby like me.
Definitely.
So you grew up in the elements, like breaking, DJing,
graffiti,
tagging. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
everything. So how did it all start?
Surfing.
Like,
okay, so. All right, on in hip hop, you mean?
No, yeah. Just what led you up to, you know what I'm saying? Like, were you in the elements? Did you used to tag? Did you used to, like?
Yeah. So I mean, I did participate in graffiti. Feel me? My uncle was a graffiti artist. You know what I mean? Shout out to my uncle Rep One SOK. You know what I mean? Right. So I grew up under the SOK, community guidelines of graffiti. Feel me? But yeah, I came up doing the graffiti, but I wasn't good at it. Like, my homies are really beast. So, like, I graded myself to the best, you know what I mean? Because I know CBS, LTS, you know what I mean? Like,
what about AWR?
AWR, fucking UTI, all these fools, they're my homies. So, KWS, you know what I'm saying?
You ever hear of MIG?
No.
Okay, go ahead. I'm like, damn, my boy's really not that famous, but keep going.
WCA, all them.
Oh yeah, you know how to cruise.
Yeah, so like, seeing them, how good they were, I was like, oh, I'm gonna put that graffiti shit to the side. But I started DJing at 13. Feel me?
Oh hell yeah! What were you mixing?
Hip hop.
Oh, just hip hop. You were, you weren't doing Tetris and all that shit. Oh, okay.
I never did no EDM or nothing.
Wish, yeah.
But I did. I was a weirdo. I'm a music lover. Feel me? So I got like jazz records, blues records, classical shit. Like I got every. So I used to be one that would mix Mozart and I grab rap acapellas and throw them together and jazz records, and I would spin the instrumentals of jazz and blend hip hop records, acapella, and do remixes.
That's hard.
Yeah, mashups. That was my shit.
That's sick.
As DJ Elevation, that was my past when I was
DJ
young.
Elevation.
Yeah. So like in 2000, I had a radio station when internet radio first came out, but it was unknown what it was. You know what I mean? And it was simultaneously broadcasted. Remember Continental Cable?
Continental Cable, what is that? Like illegal cable?
No, cable boxes. It was a cable company.
Yeah. I do remember that.
So Continental Cable, they were the first ones that actually put a radio station
on the box.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, I was one of the DJs for 88.9 Continental Cable for KCLA Radio.
For all those with illegal cable.
Yeah,
we
real
got
cable.
89.9.
Yeah. So I was that's how I started with radio personality and DJing on air. I was both. I controlled the whole station myself.
That is fucking dope.
Yeah, so that's where I got my real initial foot in the door.
Right.
And then by 2003, I was really pressing forward with the music side of it. So I started throwing shows, and actually I started with battle rap in my backyard.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But before we get there, did that press you to make you want to make instrumentals? Because you were already mixing and putting in instrumentals. I mean, acapellas from artists. So did it mix? I mean, did you get you an ASR 10 and shit?
No, I didn't. I was actually the only beats I ever made were on computer. It was early age computer shit. So Cakewalk, Acid Lab,
you got
EJ,
you got Fruity Loops.
Even before Fruity Loops.
Oh, even before that.
So Fruity Loops really they took the layout of
the
how
little
they
bubbles
did it
and shit.
They took that from hip hop EJ.
Oh,
so I was
shit.
doing hip hop EJ. You know what I mean?
And you didn't
I would
make no beats? Did you make beats though?
Yeah, but the
Okay.
only reason I made beats was because I didn't have a producer. So by the time 2004 came around,
Right.
I had, a bunch of producers lined up that were trying to produce for me, so I stopped making beats.
But you never rapped.
I mean, I always rapped.
Oh, so you are MC.
Yeah, I got music out.
Oh shit, that's what's shit. We need to work. A lot of motherfuckers don't even know Dandruff spits.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Come on, my guy.
Oh, we need to get up in there.
I got some music out. You go check it out. THA Conclusion, The Conclusion. I got Aguilar the Don, Dipset. Purple City, Bird Gang.
Out there, yeah.
Yeah, Adolf. He was Adolf the Assassin back in the days.
Yeah, with Cam and
exactly. I'm on his albums. You know what I mean?
Oh shit, that's what's up.
Yeah, like while he was staying at my crib. He's from New York, so he flew out and he was staying at my crib, and we were making our album. And simultaneously while he was making my stuff, he was making beats for the Ghostface Killah album that he put out with Ghostface Killah
from Wu-Tang, yeah.
Bro, he has a song. He has a beat on there with it's Ghostface, Snoop Dogg, E40, all on one
beat?
song, bro.
Oh, one song,
one beat, one song. But he has a whole album with Ghostface. But he made a lot of those chilling at my crib, bro. So I was sitting there with him while he was doing all that. It was dope.
Damn, that's
super
fucking
dope.
awesome.
But yeah, I got some just mostly features out. I got some mixtapes out, old days, but I have a group called Eternal Resistance. That project was put out by Wu-Tang, but I had to hit them with a cease and desist. Even though shout outs to Wu-Tang, they just paperwork wasn't done right. They only had signed one of our artists from the group, and me and the other artists didn't sign because we put in more work and we had more that we brought to the table. Like I actually had.
They tried to downplay you or something.
Well, no, they didn't know. So we were signing to one side of Wu-Tang originally. They have a lot of branches. Feel me?
Yeah, they got West Coast and all kinds of shit.
A whole bunch of stuff.
I remember performing
Even
with
stuff
some
that
of
people don't really know. Like like Dreddy Kruger got his own lane. Like Ray Allah got his own
got
lane.
their own
like,
groups,
they have their own mini labels, the branches. So one of the branches with New Wu Generation, we were supposed to sign to. Shout out to my boy Ray Allah. We had flown out to New York. We did some music videos out there, and we were meeting up with him. Well, supposedly he was supposed to be there. My boy told me this, the one that we were linked with from Wu-Tang that lived out there. He said he was coming, Ray San. So I didn't even tap in with Ray San. I just believed my boy that he said he was coming. So we went out there. I had my entertainment lawyer out there. So we all linked up to go over contracts. And I just wanted to put some stipulations because they sent us the contracts. Contracts were good. But I wanted some stipulations in there. You know what I mean? Just about touring, deadlines. I wanted deadlines and stuff like this.
Yeah, I might have to come out the pocket, this and that. And you got to know all that shit.
Yeah, but they had it. We weren't going to have to come out of pocket because the work we had already did it. We did our own. We paid for our own studio time. We mixed and mastered everything ourselves.
So you felt like you were worth more than what they were offering.
Not that. We were worth more than just what one of the members were.
Oh, that's true.
Feel me? One of the guys just rapped.
Yeah, but I'm over here producing. I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Yeah. We did all the beats, all the mixing, all the mastering, all the video production. We did everything between me and him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we just had to balance out what the split was going to be and what the advance and everything was going to be. He jumped, the guy that just rapped on, he just spit bars. He didn't do much work.
That's his cake. Yeah.
He took the deal without even nothing, just sign it up.
Yeah, we're gonna give you $500. Fuck, I know it's more than that.
He took a couple racks. He got some racks.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like who knows? He probably got fucked in a contract.
Exactly, but we were the ones that did more and had brought more to the table, and also to like me, let's say, providing the videos. We did 3 videos shot and edited. So that I have to be compensated for. Feel me? Because I took care of your job as a label. Now my other boy did the mixing and mastering.
That's
he has
part
to
of
be
it too. Yeah, all
compensated
day.
for that. Feel me? So we didn't sign immediately
Because there was no stipulation.
we were planning. We just wanted to renegotiate our side of the contract a little bit, just to put our stipulations in there on how shit goes. Plus, because I sat in with the production and helped with the production, me and Jism made an agreement that he was sliding me a certain percentage of his
So you guys had
production.
something behind the scenes, you know,
Behind
that's
the
just
scenes,
between you
extra
and your boy.
splits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to also renegotiate those splits and make sure the terms were correct. Feel me? So we hadn't signed at the time. Then we had flew back. So we were waiting to link back up with Race on Allah. Well, Race on Allah was doing the deal with RZA. You could look it up still. There was a deal that popped up that they had landed the movie they were supposed to shoot for ODB. Feel me?
Right.
Right after
Which
you
one
passed.
who was that?
Old
with
Dirty
them.
Bastard.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the movie.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was supposed to be a movie. So after they did a documentary, which I helped film a lot of interviews and did a lot of stuff for.
Right.
And so after that was put out, well, Race on Allah, if you go look it up, there was a big controversy when that video with the documentary was being premiered at.
And what documentary was that? Was it?
It was
Into
an Old
the
Dirty
Woo or
Bastard. No, it was an
okay.
Old Dirty Bastard documentary after he had passed. There was a big controversy. It went all over the place. Like it was at Brooklyn Academy of Music, BAM. So they were broadcasting it there, and ODB's family showed up and they refuted it because they said they didn't have the rights to it.
They
The
didn't have
wife
authority to do it.
Yeah, the wife didn't sign off on it. So the wife cut RZA's live feed off. There was like a big thing that happened at BAM, feel me?
Damn.
And I was actually behind the scenes with all of that. I had worked on that. So Ray San, the reason it felt bad was because Ray San had a little situation there.
Oh, that's the reason.
Feel me?
Okay.
So he wasn't there. So
Right.
the fact that he wasn't there to represent and mediate everything and make sure everything went smooth, shit
like,
just kind of
fuck it.
crumbled.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wasn't there to fix the situation.
Damn.
So being that, that's our representative. That's my guy. You know what I mean? So our side was
yeah, you're gonna take his regardless.
yeah, our side was messed up. So after that deal had failed and that situation got bad, they started working on the deal for the movie, which they had landed a deal, a major deal. I forget who it was with. I remember Warner Brothers was in the mix with it.
right.
And someone else. There was like a bidding war going on for the Old Dirty Bastard
to
movie.
try to get the actual yeah.
Because like Eddie Griffin was supposed to play Old Dirty Bastard, feel me? It was gonna be really dope.
Eddie Griffin play ODB.
Yeah.
Man, undercover
So,
brother, huh?
Yeah,
That's
feel me?
Crazy.
So it was gonna be really dope. And one of my stipulations also was I wanted one of our songs to land on the movie. Feel me? Because like I had put in work behind the scenes for the documentary, everything. I'm like,
like
yo,
your own instrumental and everything.
I wanted one of our songs, our instrumental, our music,
shit.
our lyrics, our everything. So, and because it was being put out by New Wu Generation, it was the same company. So you might as well promote your artist. Feel me? It just
True
made
that,
sense.
yeah.
So I just wanted it in paper though. It was told to us, but I wanted it in paper.
Right.
So when that deal was landed, RZA also landed the deal with Hulu. And because that is for Wu-Tang, which means he gets a bigger cut
Of
and
course,
his
no doubt,
team
because
gets a cut
he's on top
instead
right now.
of just ODB, they went with that deal because we could push the story this way
damn.
instead of just doing ODB's story. Feel me?
Right.
It just made more sense monetarily. So they ended up dropping the movie that we were supposed to get our
That's
situation in.
fucked up.
And then COVID happened. Feel me? So now when right before COVID hit, I got a notification on Instagram. And it was a channel in Spain, like a blog in Spain. And they had released a statement saying a previously shelved album from Wu-Tang affiliates was being released, right? And it was Eternal Resistance. And I look online, I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
How the
we
fuck
didn't
they
put
put
that.
that? Yeah. Who put
And
that
then
out?
the album cover was different than our album cover. everything. And then it wasn't with the label that we were with. It was a different section of
somebody
Wu-Tang.
had sold. Somebody had sold IP or sold
Exactly.
masters or something from it.
So the guy that was in our group that did sign, he sent it to the European.
He leaked it damn near.
He sent it to the European label from Wu-Tang.
Them motherfuckers seen dollar signs.
Yep, and they put it out. It's still out. Like I'm about to buy it myself just because I want a copy of what they put out. They didn't send me a copy, you feel me? But I hit them with a cease and desist, like because we went into negotiations, and they were just gonna pay us out to keep it out because I hit them like, yo, who the fuck are you and why are you putting out our album? And they're like, you know, your group member hit us up and told us that it was a go and that it was able to be released. And I'm like, no. He's like, he said he owned all the rights. I'm like, he owns none of the rights. He's the least part of the group. He's the smallest
the
member.
whole shit.
Yeah, but because
Did they pay him though?
He was,
That's the question.
Yes.
Oh, we got to get this motherfucker.
And he's an actual Wu-Tang Killer Bee member, so they believed him. You know what I mean? They took his word for it. And this was like a Wu-Tang meets Project Blowed album. So it was like the East Coast, West Coast, both platforms that stand
like
up.
a collabo sort of
So when that happened, you know, we had to reach out to them and straighten it all out. And they were cool dudes too, you know, shout outs to them. Like I ain't even mad at them because it's not their fault. They actually lost a lot of money paying this dude.
He's a fucking con artist.
Yeah, and then we made them take it all off of every platform that it was on. But they're still selling the album. Like, bro, I seen that CD selling for $200. They were selling them for
$200.
Yep. Damn. Which I reposted and I was like, yo, at least they know our value. You know what I mean? But
are you doing music now?
So I kind of step back, you know, stuff like that gets you jaded. You know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, you're looking at it. You already know the
business,
the inside scoop of the business, how janky and how janky promoters are, how people are not loyal.
You just landed
some
it right
real
there.
Shit because that'll make a lot of motherfuckers want to quit or just
from
fall
Wu-Tang,
back,
bro.
You know?
I let him live with me when he was out here.
That
feel me?
shit is crazy.
So it's like the people that you do the most for always seems to be the ones that are the least loyal. Feel
Ain't
me?
that a bitch,
bro? Every
they get
time,
comfortable.
Every
What do you feel it is?
Yeah, they think oh, it's some homie shit. Like him, he was like, you guys should just be happy that we got the deal with Wu. I'm like, how the fuck could we be happy that you got paid and we didn't and you stole our music? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
He's like, oh, I bet you they probably brainwashed him. Like, you know what? You're the star. You're the rapper. This is what we need.
Nah, the crazy thing is he had like two different groups, right? That he was with.
Right.
He sold all their, so he got over on a lot of people because both groups were filled with a lot of members. You know what I mean? So he really did dirt to a lot of people. Like he ain't even around no more. I don't see him active at all no more.
Because he's cutthroat at the end of the day.
Shot himself in the foot. You know what I mean?
But at the end of the day, all you MCs out here that think you're going to fucking sign a fucking contract, be sure you read the fine print.
Yeah,
you never
facts.
know what the fuck's going to happen. What the fuck, you know what I'm saying? What these motherfuckers' expectations are of you. They might drug your ass and fuck your ass, motherfucker. Go in and sell your booty, so...
Pause.
Real talk.
Yikes.
On some real shit.
And if you need an entertainment lawyer, tap in with me. I got my boy Seamus. He'll hook you up.
In other words... If somebody was trying to come up in the game right now, what would you tell them? Like on some real shit.
Definitely get an entertainment lawyer. Make sure they check over your paperwork. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got my boy Seamus. You know what I mean? Real good dude, real good entertainment lawyer. So you know, like that's a major, but dot your I's and cross your T's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like make sure you do all the stuff. Make sure you got your publishing right. Make sure you got your you know what BMI and ASCAP are, you know what
all that shit
Sound
is,
Exchange is. Make sure you copyright or trademark your shit. Make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's because the game gets ugly. You'll think that everything's smooth sailing and everyone's cool and it's really get ugly.
You know,
feel me?
motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I hear there's a lot of good, there's a lot of MCs that are great.
Facts.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it's just like, it's not what you know, it's who you know, pretty much.
Gotta
so
have
it's
your
kind of
network.
fucked up, you know what I'm saying?
Well, but your network is your net worth, feel me? And people don't understand that. And then they don't even understand, like, they could have a good network, but not even know how to use their network.
Yeah, like people will not promote you or not do this or not get your music out. And it's like, well, hey, you already signed the contract.
Yep.
I need my money back that I already put. Like, bitch, you booked the concert, But where were the flyers? Where was this? Where was that? How did people know that I have a fucking concert? Because you guys didn't put your part in it.
Yeah.
And so, there's a lot of janky promoters out there.
A lot, bro.
That's
lot.
crazy.
Yep. And even with that, like not having contracts with a promoter, they could promise you some money. You get there and then we didn't
Like
make
who?
what we
Like
thought.
little toenail. Who? You're not performing. Like who's this guy? That'd be fucked up, man. So y'all be careful, man, on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you know your shit on some real shit. It's good to have you in here.
You gotta get screwed over to get the knowledge. You gotta get screwed over to get the knowledge. You think shit
it's
is
how
sweet.
we get up. It's how we get up. It ain't how we fall. You know.
Facts.
That part. You know.
Facts, bro. And I've taken some falls. Feel me? So I got up and dusted myself off a bunch of times.
And I love it. I love it.
But yeah, you just gotta go harder. When that shit happens, when you fall, you gotta just get up and go harder. So I kind of stepped back from not making the music, but putting out my own music right now
because you were
I'm working
kind
on
of
the
afraid.
empire. No, not at all.
Well, not afraid, but did it like leave a blemish on you to where you were like, you know what? If I do put something out and somebody likes it, what if somebody might take it or or what was it? Or you were just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do something else.
I used to be like that. Like I ain't even gonna lie. The first people I ever got in a real studio with, and it was some real heavy, big heavyweight shit, was the Tupac Outlaws. Feel me?
Oh yeah, like Gaddafi and all them.
So my boy had grew up with one of their engineers and producers, Knowledge. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Knowledge.
Shout out Knowledge.
If you see this, tap in with me, my guy. So that was one of the first studios I ever been in, and I was young at that time. I'm talking about young. So I'm wet behind the ears still. So when they brought me in there, they were like, oh, we'll print you could come record here for free. We'll mix your shit, because my homie had really did some shit for his family before they had made it. Feel me? When they had just like Knowledge is Mexican. So when his family came over here, my boy took care of their family and put them in a position to win. And then, he ended up growing up and doing his shit.
Oh, shit.
So, and becoming a Tupac Outlaw producer and engineer.
That's what's up.
So when I got introduced to him through my boy that his family helped his family, he was like, my way of paying him back, since he don't do nothing in the business, my way of paying him back is hooking up whoever he says to hook up, which at the time, solid.
Putting them on.
But I was in fear and wet behind the ears at the time. I didn't trust it. I was like, why would he?
That's what I'm
and
saying.
he's
Like,
gonna steal my
did it have
music?
some type of...
So...
did it have some type of fucking shit? You know what I'm saying? Like as far as
back then, definitely I was more afraid. Now I'm not so much afraid. I will say there's a little bit of jadedness. You know what I mean, with the business,
right?
But that's not what stopped me.
I think there's a lot of jadedness.
Yeah, but I'm looking more for building the empire now instead of building myself. You know what I mean? Like I want to build the empire so that, because I moved into a different position. You know what I mean? Like
what is your title now?
CEO of PDH Music Entertainment and management. Feel me?
Fucking music entertainment, man. On some real shit. My boy, man, been doing shit all fucking. I love that shit. I mean, I love your setup. I love everything you're working for. I'm glad now you know the structure of the business.
Exactly.
So now you know not to get fucked over. You know what I'm saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on
me. Yeah. So that's where I step back now, and I'm like, to really make an impact, we have to build an empire, build a team, make it a solid foundation. Without a solid foundation, you're going to crumble. Feel me? So that's my goal right now, is building that super solid foundation, locking in, with our venue, with my team over there, with DJ Psych and everything.
Shout out Psych, my boy.
Yeah, facts. We got the venue with the studio and the podcast all in one situation.
I love it.
Me? So that's more like where we're building our foundation. We're building our team. We got our engineers. We got our our stable. You know what I mean? We got our team. And then with the battle rap, I'm also co-owner of Battle Rap League, School of Hard Bars.
I don't think an hour's long enough for your fucking shit. I love your shit. Yeah, you do everything, which is so fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
So with School of Hard Bars, that's a whole Battle Rap League. So I got a whole stable to take care of now. I got
and you got some heavy hitters on it too, that work with you. You know a lot of people.
We just did the East Coast versus West Coast battles. You know what I mean? So putting all that together,
gonna fuck around and get me in some battle raps.
Hey, let's do it.
I got some boards.
Let's do it. So just putting this whole foundation together, it's become bigger than me. You know what I mean? So once that all builds to where I want it to, then I could really go back and dip into the doing music on my own self.
So you're on to bigger and better things, you know what I'm saying? You want to try
Yeah.
something else different.
Just-
while you're molding your own brand.
Exactly.
You're molding your own brand, which is
Exactly.
so fucking dope, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got to support it all day.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? And-
Appreciate it. So that's kind of the base right now is trying to rebuild and rebrand and step up to another scale, a larger scale.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
man. Shit. So you're gonna start off with this. I mean, because we already know you do the battle raps, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any events coming up now, or do you want to get into the celebrity?
Well, okay, so
Slash boxing stuff.
right now we have there's something called Magnitude going on right now, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
Magnitude is basically it's like 10 different league owners, right?
Right.
That are scouts. And we all scouted our own teams. Feel me? It's a tournament. It's a $10,000 tournament for someone from our team. So we got a team of 5. Everyone got 5.
Oh shit.
Yeah, everyone got 5 artists on Magnitude. So we got our team. So on the 20,
How many teams are there?
10.
Oh
so
shit.
it's 50
so like
artists.
50, yeah.
Yeah, so on the 28th and the 29th in Long Beach, we're going to be doing the first series of Magnitude. This series is going to go on until August. Now, that first series on the 28th and 29th of January, there's 25 battles. It's a 2-day event. You know what I
Damn.
mean? Split in 2. So,
So like you guys gonna branch off, like okay,
Yeah,
this
so it's
teams,
gonna-
this teams versus this teams.
yeah, and it's the tournament, it's going to bracket down into
Right.
the last 2 people standing out of these 50
Like
artists.
some March Madness type shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
So that's the next move right now we got going on. It's Magnitude.
Mm-hmm.
We got our team. We're just getting ready for this event on the 28th and 29th.
Sick.
And that's the push right there is Magnitude. This is us putting our league in the real battle arena because we're battling other leagues.
That is
So-
crazy.
Yeah, and we're the newest league. You know what I mean? We only
Right.
been around since May. So
You guys are doing
yeah.
a hell of a fucking job, to tell you the truth. I mean, not only
Appreciate
that, you got the ideas, you got everything, and then all this other shit that's coming out too. You guys
yeah,
got
the
so
podcast and all
the
that.
podcast is crazy too.
Thank
I love
you.
the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it. Yeah, man, the Honor Roll podcast. Make sure you guys tune
Yeah,
into
check
that.
out the Honor Roll podcast on some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was privileged to be on there. You know what I'm saying?
DrDandruff
With my
on there.
boy. Yeah.
You were roasting with God K.
Hey,
That was
God, shout out
classic.
my boy God K on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? He was a champ. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
Buster Douglas looking motherfucker. You know, but it is what it is.
Crip Mac mix of Whippy
Yeah.
Goldberg. Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
guy.
oh, like a gorilla knee.
Like a gorilla knee.
But hey, no, God, shout out my boy. But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like we do whatever we can. You know what I'm saying? To hustle, to do this, to do that. You know, like I
Facts.
always tell people, like people that watch right now, if you're not doing nothing and you have dreams, none of your dreams are gonna come true if you just sit around, you sleep all day, you do this. You got to work hard for what you do.
Yep.
And like I said it again. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Get on your grind and treat people the way you want to be treated, because relationships are everything. I'm not
Yep.
talking about you, your baby mama drama, and your side bitch on the weekend. I'm talking about relationships in general with the same
business and everything.
the same person. I mean, the same genre, the same. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Gender, the same. You have to treat people the way you want to be treated, because you never know who you meet.
Yeah.
On some real shit.
Facts.
And that's just what it is. I mean, if you're a shitty ass person, nobody's gonna want to fuck with you. Like, this was cocky, this was a little bitch, or this and this. I'd rather stay away from them because I'm gonna choke this motherfucker.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I met you, it was just like, you know, you embraced me. You know, I met you with Brent. Shout out my boy Brent Taylor.
Yep.
Shout out my boy Brent Taylor on some real shit. And then it's just like,
Me
you
and
know,
Brent.
me and you just went on from there. And
Yeah.
and we got a lot of big things coming, my boy. Like,
Facts.
as far as, you know what I'm saying? Like, my people, your people, you know, we mesh together.
Yeah.
So, and we're on the same damn near, you know, industry.
Yep.
So it's gonna be dope, man, on some real shit. I love it. You know,
Yeah,
thanks,
yeah.
my boy, for you like even stopping by. You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
Like,
thanks for having me, my boy. You already know.
I appreciate
Anytime.
it. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, shout outs to Brent Taylor. You know, me and him got something in the works too. We, you know, I ain't gonna announce what it is and what it's called, but we working on something, a podcast as well,
Yeah.
comedy show as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be dope.
That's what's up.
Him and Craig actually just hosted our last event, our last battle rap
Yeah,
event.
I seen that when they were roasting the fan.
Bro, they were
With
roast.
the jacket. Oh yeah, come on, you got Craig in there.
Man, yeah.
Shout out Craig, man. Pasadena in the building.
And you know, everybody sees them and they love roast me, so they want to try to get in the ring with them until they get, you know.
Yeah, they get toasted and they're
get
like, oh
destroyed.
shit.
Hold up.
That jacket look like this.
I'm like, oh man, these motherfuckers over there struggling.
Man, that shit is funny though.
Yeah, it is kind of funny.
Yeah, I
you know?
love it.
I love fucking with those fools. This is my boys, you know. Shout out my boys on some real shit.
Facts.
You know, we got a tour coming up, so
Yeah, how's that gonna be going?
it's gonna be going crazy, you know.
that's good. Yeah,
and then
man.
I got Spanky Hayes with me, like, you know, he stayed with me from time to time. So.
Shout outs to Roast.
Shout out
Me.
my boy
Shout outs
Spanky.
Caffeine.
Hey, want to get him on here. Shout out Caffeine on some real shit.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah, that's good people.
Oh, Raising the Bar with Doughboy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be on.
Doughboy.
I'll be on the second season of Raising the Bar. You know, I'm gonna fire some shit up.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be like, Dandruff raps. I was an artist before I even wanted to do comedy on some real. I'm just a funny motherfucker that, you know what I'm saying, that was in foster care all his life and didn't have shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes me who I am today. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, like, man, fuck me, why you crying over some bullshit? You crying over you know what I'm saying? Your mom took your cell phone. And like, these kids nowadays don't understand. Like, oh, your mom took your cell phone, this and this, now you want to kill yourself. We're used to not having shit.
Yeah, we didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, I didn't have none of that shit. I had to go outside and play.
Exactly.
I had a okay, let's ask some questions. Let's ask some questions, y'all.
Let's do it.
We already know how the industry works. For y'all that check this interview out early on some real shit. Questions. What's your first bike you had?
Oh shit, I don't know, the neighbor's bike.
He had a dyno. He had a mongoose.
Shit, the first mongoose I had, I jacked myself. I was like 14 or 15. I seen a mongoose. My boy had the bolt cutters. Feel me?
He was like, we own.
They had two twin mongooses right there, and we were like, oh. But shit, you know how the 80s was. The 80s was overran by drugs. Feel me?
Yeah, crack.
So,
I'm a product of a crack baby. You know.
So my uncle, you know what I mean? He was on one. So my first bike that I got, I was probably like 10 years old or 9 years old, something like that. And my uncle, we got it for Christmas. My grandpa got me and my cousin a bike, right?
Don't tell me your uncle done jacked it.
Bro.
The uncle done clucked the bike.
My uncle clucked the bike to some bices down the street, bro. We caught these fools. We caught these fools at the grocery store, right? I'm walking to go get groceries for the crib. My grandpa used to send us as little kids. You know, back then it was different.
Bring me back my change. Yeah, here you go. Yeah.
No, then we kept the change. That was the only thing we got. We get to keep the change. But so they would send us to the store. So we went to the grocery store, you know, a few blocks away. And when we get there, bro, we see our bikes. Bro, we run up on the little kids and the pops comes out. And he's like, no, I bought these bikes. I'm like, fuck no, bro. These are my bikes. That's my sticker, bro. Like, I got my stickers on the bikes. I know my bike. I'm like, fuck you. Bro, we ended up having to take the bikes. Like, the pops got all mad. But I'm like,
fucking
bro.
Tio Cuco was the one that fucking sold.
Yeah, sold them. Yeah, I'm like, yo, whatever, bro. He's like, oh, we bought these for $40. Well, my uncle smoked that 40, bro.
$40 rock.
Yeah, these are our bikes. We had to take them back. But then he sold them again. You know what I'm saying?
He sold.
Bro, you know that era, bro. All my baseball cards. I remember I used to like collecting coins as a kid, and I came up on like,
too.
Bro, I had like a 1890 something Indian penny.
Yeah, with the me
Indian
too.
head.
I had a 95, 1895.
He took that shit. He took all the break your
Man,
piggy
you couldn't tell
bank,
Theo
take your
Cuco
piggy bank.
shit.
Nothing, bro.
That shit is crazy.
I got a Jose Canseco rookie card. Yeah, you had a Jose Canseco rookie.
Damn. I got that holographic King Griffey. Gone,
bro. I still got my holographic King Griffey.
You know what I'm talking about?
Flare?
That shit was hard.
Ultra Flare. I got mine still. Yeah.
That shit is awesome. Okay, let's do it. First celebrity crush.
Oh, okay. Paula Abdul.
Paula
Damn,
Abdul.
I aged myself.
Now tell me, do
Bro.
you really want to love
Me forever, bro. That show, Paula Abdul was bad. Then it went to Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell. What was her name? Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, those are my girls.
So you like Kelly?
Yeah, I
what
liked
about
Kelly.
you? Didn't like Topanga from like Boy Meets World?
Yeah, but okay, so that was a little bit later, and I didn't really watch that. Like, I didn't really watch that show too much. Feel me? Yeah.
Tacos or burritos?
Burritos, tacos, a plate.
What kind?
Well, now I'm a vegetarian, but I used to fuck with the asada.
Asada? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite album of all time? I'm gonna fuck him up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna fuck him up.
I'm gonna hit you with a crazy one. This is 1000. Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. Prince.
Yeah, Prince
Rest
is
in
my
peace,
favorite.
Prince.
So Prince and Ozzy are my gods. Feel
I
me?
love, hey, shout out Black Sabbath.
So
Shout out
Black
Ozzy.
Sabbath was
Yeah.
the first music I ever heard. Shout out to my Uncle Robert. That's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Rep
hey,
one.
Black Sabbath was
So
hard.
Black Sabbath was the first
That
song
shit
I
was
remember
hard. Mm-hmm.
hearing as a kid. That and like Led Zeppelin. You know what I mean? The Led Zeppelin.
So you like classic
Holy,
rock?
Yeah.
I like Pink
That's
Floyd,
what I
so-
grew up on. I had to find hip hop myself. You know what I mean? My house, we had a record player with all metal records, and I ran across LL Cool J. So I still love
Bad?
metal.
Was it bad?
No, so I got Walking with the Panther, but the song was the first song I had ever seen. It was a music video on MTV. It was not Hey Lover. What was the first?
What was it? Mama said knock you
No,
out.
the one
Later
about
on?
the girl. No, the one about the girl.
Oh, when I'm alone in the room.
Bah.
Yeah, I need
so
love.
I need love. So when he stepped out the limousine with the Kango and the
Yeah,
Adidas, and he
yeah,
had the
with the
girl
sweatsuit,
with him,
yeah.
and bro, like that's when I was like, see, I loved heavy metal, but I always dressed hip hop even then.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand it was a hip hop dress
Oh, yeah.
code. And when I seen that music video, I was like, I'm more like that.
Right, that's how I felt.
Long hair and eating fucking bats
fuck
and
all that. Yeah.
shit. Like
Eating bats.
You know what I mean? But that was
I've been
my
a bat
shit.
head off in an Adidas
That was my shit. So like, you know,
You
when
like
I
the
seen
Puma
LL,
with the fat laces. And,
yeah, I seen the
you was-
style and I
yeah.
was like, oh, see, getting bitches
That's
and
how I
being
was.
fly and
That's
like, that's more the shit.
that's before us.
Yeah,
a tad
the
bit
era.
because I mean,
Yeah.
the era was
I was
like right
I was
before
like
us.
5 or something.
Yeah,
but I
something
was
like that.
just
I'm
I
85,
just,
baby.
I just related to. I'm 82.
You know, so you got me a little bit, but I could break dance better than you. But I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
I was one of the best break dancers around in the
Were
whole
you?
city. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what
my,
started me.
my partner was the break dancer. My boy Sticks. You know what I mean? John Sticks.
Sticks,
Sticky.
okay.
Yeah. So when we had our crew, PDH started in high school.
Yeah, so it's always been PDH.
It's always that was the
That's
graffiti
what's up.
shit. So it started in high school.
Yeah.
And we had our little clique. We just all played basketball together. We were on the basketball conditioning team, and we were all the people that couldn't get grades to fucking make the team.
We got a hell of a jump shot.
Oh, yeah.
But we got F's.
we could ball against the team and
like, bro,
probably
I'm
win.
ditching school to play
But-
basketball.
You feel me? So, but we started as like a basketball clique, but a lot of the crew freestyled.
Right.
So we would just go to the basketball courts during lunch and smoke weed, you know what I mean, and play basketball and freestyle.
Right.
So that was just the crew. And my boy Sticks was the break dancer, and like I remember in like 98 or 99, we went to go see Rozelle.
Rozelle, the beatboxer.
Man,
Shout out
the
Rozelle.
GOAT. So we went to go see Rozelle, Mixmaster Mike, Choclair, Latyrix, and Black Alicious. Rest in peace.
God
Gift
damn.
of Gab. It was at the El Rey Theater. And my boy didn't know, you know, they listen to mainstream West Coast like Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
They listen to that.
Tupac and everybody
And-
that at the time.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I was all East Coasted out.
That's how I am.
fucking-
All East Coast that out. That's
so
how I am.
I'm like, yo, we gotta go check out this Rozelle. He's like, who the fuck is Rozelle? I'm like, bro, put it this way. I'll pay for you to get
Gangsta
in.
shit.
Yeah, like I'm gonna pay for you. You don't have to worry. Just come with me, because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know we're getting dropped off. Like I had my homie drop us off. We had one homie that had a car in high school.
Yeah, I
So-
can't pick y'all motherfuckers up, but I can
can't
drop
pick
you
up, I'ma
off.
drop you off.
I'm
So
gonna make it regardless.
I told my homie, like, I don't know how we're gonna get home. When we get out, buses ain't gonna be going. I don't know what we're gonna do.
But we gonna
come
make
with
this
me.
fucking concert.
Yeah, I'll pay for you as long as you take this trip with me
Yep.
coming home, because I don't know how we're gonna
That's
we're
awesome.
gonna do. And we ended up getting dropped off, and I was already like kind of in promoter mode without being a promoter.
Right.
So I'm meeting everyone in the crowd. I'm walking around talking to everybody. There's a line all the way down the block, and I'm like, yo, who you guys here to see? Who you here to see? Who you? I'm just trying to see who, fill everybody out and see what's up.
Fuck.
Check the vibes. And I ran into this dude who was from the East Coast. I think he was from New York, and he had just moved out here, and he was talking about Choclair, and you know, he was Canada, Toronto. I didn't know who Choclair was. So I'm like, okay.
What is Choclair? Choclair, what? A beat
He was a
maker?
rapper.
Oh,
yeah,
he's a
rapper
okay,
from
Canada.
Yeah, from Canada. He had an album like Cold as Ice or Ice Cold or something like that was his shit. So I had met the dude and he was like, "Oh, I'm telling you, watch Chocolate." And I'm like, "No, I'm telling you, Rozelle is gonna be the one
Rozelle
tonight."
is the shit.
Yeah, and he didn't know Rozelle, and I'm like, "Bro, he's from the Roots." I'm like, only know, bruh.
Hey,
So
dude.
I had Rozelle's records and everything. So I'm telling bro, Rozelle was gonna be the best performance tonight, and he's like, "Nah, Chocolate."
He's
I'm like,
tripping.
"No,
He's tripping.
No, Rozelle." But Chocolate was like, I think he was under Rozelle on
Rozelle's the shit.
on the card. Mixmaster Mike was the headliner.
Oh, of course.
You know, they were promoting the Beastie Boys and the
hell yeah.
Invincible Pickle
Here's another
Scratchers and all
story I
that.
got to tell about three bad brothers, you know. So, or
Intergalactic planetary.
Hey,
remember that
that's fire.
shit? Remember that
Hell
shit?
Yeah.
That shit was dope.
So I was more on the no sleep till
Yeah, dude. Remember that shit?
man.
Man, dude, that
Those are the
shit's fucking
times.
hard, dog. When you gotta fight for your right. Oh man,
I had that.
Shout out to the Beastie Boy. That's
I had-
License to Ill.
License to Ill.
License to Ill.
So my first cassettes I ever bought was Walking with a Panther and License to Ill. I bought them at the same time. Feel me?
Damn, my first one was Vanilla Ice and
Oh.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. I ain't gonna lie.
You shouldn't even admit it to that.
I did. I had to. You know what I'm saying?
It's so
did.
crazy that I was already like such a hip hop head that I hated Vanilla Ice and MC. I was already
Later on, I realized I hated Vanilla
What it
Ice.
was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? It was just, all right, stop. Collaborate and listen. I was like, okay, this motherfucker got some hype. Maybe let me hear the rest of his songs now.
I remember when
and
he
the
came
tape
out-
and the tape was sorry. I ain't gonna lie.
of course.
You know?
When he came
but
out,
that Eternal
on,
99 was off the chain. I ain't
that's
gonna lie.
still one of my favorites.
That's still
bro.
one of my favorites. That's the second tape I
But
bought.
smokers only. But
Yeah.
smokers only. Only.
I like that
used to-
shots to the double Glocks.
That
Dude,
used to
that
be
shit was
my
hard.
shit.
Yep.
I actually met Sticky because of Bone Thugs, my boy Sticky from the crew. So I had went to a comic book convention,
Right.
And people don't know, but after Flesh and Bone got out of jail, he dropped a comic
That's
book.
Mo Thugs, right?
No, Flesh was the original member.
Oh,
of
yeah,
Bone.
yeah.
He was the
He's the
fifth
one that
member
made
that
it.
was in jail.
Didn't he make Mo Thugs though? Yeah.
No, he made Bone Thugs.
No, but Mo Thugs.
Mo Thugs,
isn't
I
that
think
like a
is
branch
like
off
Lazy.
of theirs?
Yeah,
Was
but
it
I think
Lazy
that's
or
Lazy
I thought
and
it was
Crazy.
Flesh? Okay.
Lazy is the one that's mostly doing a lot of the shit right now. But Flesh was in jail, so
Right.
Flesh was the real
Yeah, Flesh and Bone.
street. You know what I mean? Like, so he was locked up, so he got out and he dropped a comic book.
Oh,
and I
shit.
went to the comic book convention and got his comic book and got, autographs
Autographs,
and
yeah,
shit
hell
like
yeah,
that.
as you
so
should.
I went to school with like a Cleveland Indians hat.
Get the
signed
fuck outta
by-
here.
I swear
You
to
were
God.
like, dude, I'm the man.
Signed by Flesh and Bone. I had, remember back then you used to have your folder and they had like the little
The plastics?
the plastic on the outside. You could put
Yes.
something in it to
Yeah.
like rep your shit.
Yeah.
I had a Flesh and Bone autograph on my folder. So my homie turned around. He's like, "What you know about Bone Thugs?" I'm like, "What you know about Bone
Like,
Thugs?"
motherfucker, I just met this motherfucker. You
He's
got me
like,
fucked
"Do you
up."
really know about Bone Thugs?" I'm like, "Do you know about Bone Thugs?" So we go, "What's the first Bone Thugs album?" And,
Yeah,
that was
Creeping
like,
on the come up. Who was
no,
it? He's like
see,
before
so you're
that.
not-
He's like
exactly.
before that.
So you're not a ultra.
I'm not a really ultra.
Okay, so they had Bone Enterprise first. So
Okay.
Bone Enterprise was how they started it.
Right.
And they had an album. I'm drawing a blank right now, but that was my shit.
I told you he was lying, y'all. Motherfucker,
Bro,
G.
that's when Crazy
So
Bone
it's before
was
Creeping on the Come
yeah,
Up,
Crazy
yeah.
Bone was Leatherface.
Oh,
Lazy
shit.
Bone was the #1 assassin. Yeah, they had different names.
Oh,
They weren't
damn.
Bone yet like that.
Uh-huh.
They all had their other names, and they had this other album. Feel me?
Yeah, because I know it was
under
Crazy.
Bone Enterprise.
Crazy was the one that damn near started
Started
everything.
it.
Yeah, started
Yeah.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah, started
him
their
and
style.
I think was it Wish? No, who was it? It was Crazy and
Lazy,
it was
Busy,
yeah,
Wish, and Flesh.
yeah, Lazy. It was Crazy and somebody else. I don't know if it was either Lazy or it was
Lazy.
Wish.
Yeah.
That started everything, and then
Well-
Wish came later, and then
Yeah, Wish came later, and Busy.
Yeah, and then Busy came later. Yeah, that's what I heard.
But that was even pre Bone Enterprise. You know what I
damn, that's
mean?
crazy.
When that happened, because they all like met through church choir.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they were church choir boys.
Not only that, they fucking. I
That's
think
why
that
they
they were
get the
cousins.
harmony.
They were cousins, right?
A few of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Lazy and Crazy are
Right.
cousins, and
Right.
then I think Wish is related and Flesh is related.
See, that's the thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
But quick question: What's the hottest thing to come out of Ohio? LeBron James or
No.
or Bone Thugs?
Bone Thugs.
You still gonna take Bone Thugs?
Yeah, I'm a LeBron James hater, bro.
Oh, no wonder. Fuck.
The Le Queen.
Le Queen.
Yeah. Especially last night's game. He fucked that up.
Did he really? You know
Bro,
what? I think because he has hair, that's why.
We were like...
He needs to go bald headed. I mean, or have his short hair because he's
we
on
were
fire.
like 10 points behind with LeBron in the game when they took him out and let the youngsters work. We got behind by 2 and we were about to come back, and then they threw LeBron back
And
in.
then they went back up 10.
Bro, shit got all fucked up, and he started missing threes. He missed a layup at the end.
I feel that way when Booker, when Booker gets out the game. So it is.
I mean, you're with the Suns, bro. I mean, they've been that way. They've been that way since Shawn Marion.
Shawn Marion.
He was good.
He was alright. He was shout out to Matrix. That's some real shit. So what you got going on? I mean, any shows coming up? You want to
the one on
give
the
a shout out?
28th, 29th, you know what I mean? That's our next thing on the list.
Okay,
That's running priority because we gotta really come and show up and show out. Like I said, we're the newest battle rap league in the West.
Right.
So we gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta really come out swinging, and we got a lot of our team are new to the scene. They've only been a few battles in, but they're underrated. So we're really coming with some guys that we're like the sleeper team. Everyone's like talking about whose team's the best, and we're not getting mentioned at all.
We're gonna hit them with some haymakers. They're gonna be like,
bro.
they're gonna realize who's the team.
Yeah, this first event they're gonna really know because I don't think we're gonna lose one battle.
Right.
I looked at our competition. I'm like,
you guys straight.
We're gonna win 5 out of 5. I believe.
That's cake. That's baloney to a fat bitch.
Feel me?
It ain't nothing.
Let's go. Keep hitting me with them questions.
I got
like
you.
that.
Another one. Favorite rapper of all time?
Ooh. Okay. So
Just one.
I got 2 though.
No.
I can't.
You see what I'm saying?
I can't. They're 2 neck and neck.
Give me a 2. Fuck it.
So it's Cool Keith and Sean Price.
Oh my
Feel me?
goodness.
Rest in peace, Sean Price.
Rest in peace.
And
Sean
that's
Price.
why I can't do that no more. I used to say Cool Keith and Sean Price a very close second, but I can't. And not only that, I mean, Cool Keith's my boy. You know what I mean? Sean Price, we did a show together, and I was most excited to open up for Sean Price because it was like, he's a lyricist.
Yeah,
bars
I mean,
out.
not only that, like it's like he's your favorite. Like it's like, dude, he's dope.
So when I opened up for Sean Price, I didn't see him, but he was standing on the side of the stage when I was performing. I didn't know he was like behind the speaker. And so I performed, and still to this day, that I felt that was my best performance I ever did. I had the crowd going nuts, bro. Like I'm talking about crazy. And they're screaming. I was doing. I had like 75.
You was
people.
hyping. You was hyping. You were hype
bro.
man.
I had like 75 people in the crowd that were there to see me specifically. You know what I mean? So when I was screaming out like folk world, like that's those folks is like our crew in Venice. Feel me? That's my brother's skater company, you know what I mean, clothing company.
Right.
But it's more than a brand. Feel me? It's like real life lifestyle. Like there's rappers that are from there. There's skaters that are from there. People from Odd Future, you know what I mean?
Damn,
all this
that's
stuff.
what's up.
So like there's people with tattoos say those folks on their eyes and their fucking their whole body says those folks.
Some gangster vato locos don't give a fuck.
So when I'm on the crowd in the middle of my songs, I'll go folk world, and the whole crowd's screaming folk world, folk world, folk. Bro, it went crazy.
You trying to start a riot or what? What's going on here?
Just going up. Feel
That's
me?
what's up. I love it.
So at the end of my set, I get off stage. I'm walking to the side of the stage to get off, and all I see is a big ass giant hand do like this to shake my hand. But
Like,
I
who
can't
is
see
it?
who it is because they're in the dark.
Right.
I'm like, the fuck? Who's trying to shake? That's a big ass hand. Like, who the fuck is that?
Shaq was like, man, get your ass over here.
And then Sean Price steps
Price.
forward, and he's in the light now, and I could see him, and he like doesn't look like motherfucker.
I need
shake
a
my
hype man,
hand.
motherfucker.
And I'm like, yo, and I shake his hand. He pulls me in. He goes,
That's what's
you
up.
fucking killed it. And I'm like, yo,
That's big.
like Sean Price just told me I killed it.
That's big.
And what I did too, because I know Sean Price and how he raps and how he performs. He does a lot of acapella stuff with it, where he bars out.
Right.
He'll do acapella, and the crowd will go crazy.
Well, that's
so
what's
I
up.
knew
That's
that.
like kinda like rebuttals.
So I did 2 acapellas in between my shit.
Thanks
And
to him. I mean,
because I just knew
it
what it
influenced
was.
you, yeah.
Yeah, I knew what it was. I know the style.
right.
So
It's
when
like a rebuttal.
when I
like
did
a
it-
rebuttal with battle rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I did it, the crowd response, I couldn't even get through my bars. Like I'll
Damn,
say
they're
2
just going
bars
crazy.
and they'll, "Wah!" and then I'll say 2 bars and, And I was
Sick.
like, yo.
That's the best
like,
feeling ever.
Bro, I knew I had it. I had that crowd. I had it. Like, they're in my palm of my hand. I'm like, yo, I got them right now. So I was just I did my shit. I was in my bag that night.
Right.
And Sean Price gave me the most props. And, like, it was dope, bro. And then
That's
afterwards,
sick as fuck.
after he got off stage, like, I was on stage with him when he performed. After he got off, we went outside and we just kicked it. Me, him, PF Cuttin, and we just chopped it up. Like, I gave him some clothes and all type of stuff. It was dope.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Man, I wish I could fucking interview you longer.
Yeah.
But we got
I
an
feel
hour in, my boy.
We at the hour
Any
mark.
last shout outs? I mean,
You know what it is? Shout outs to the
let's get some
squad,
shout-outs.
PDH Music Entertainment. You know what I mean?
PDH.
The whole team. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to you for having me, my
Thank you,
boy.
man,
And
boy. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Brent, everyone, all
Awesome,
the
real
whole
shit.
fam. Feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Where can we find you?
PDH Music ENT on all social media. The Conclusion, that's THA_conclusion. Or check us out on YouTube. That's the most important. PDH Music Entertainment on YouTube.
Hey,
Feel me?
real talk, real talk. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another dope ass motherfucking interview. You already know how it is. You know how the rhyme could get. Dr. Dandruff, I'm right here. We came, we saw, we conquered.
Bang bang.
We out this bitch on some real shit.